Lesson 60, Showing Possession in Spanish. Okay, in the last lesson, Lesson 59, we saw that there are two ways to show possession in English. We can use an apostrophe and the letter S, or we can use the word of. But in Spanish, there's only one way to show possession. Antonio, why don't you tell us a little bit about how to show possession in Spanish?
Well, in Spanish, there's only, as you said, one way of saying it, and that we have one example here, el perro de mi padre, which means my father's dog. So in English, there's pretty much two ways, the dog of my father or my father's dog. But in Spanish, there's only one way, and that would be the equivalent to the dog of my father, which would translate to Spanish as el perro de mi padre. We have a second example here, el gato de la mujer, which would translate directly to the cat of the woman. But in English, we have a second way of saying it, which would be the woman's cat. In Spanish, only one way, the cat of the woman.
So we're always going to use the same way to show possession in Spanish. We're always going to use the word de.
Yes, always.
Okay, let's take a look at our exercises here. In number 1, we have la amiga. That means the friend. Then we have de, which means of, and la mujer means the woman. So literally, number 1 will say the friend of the woman, but it might sound a little nicer if we said the woman's friend. In number 2, la hermana means the sister. Then we have the word de, which means of, and mi madre means my mother. So literally, number 2 will say the sister of my mother, but it would sound nicer if we said my mother's sister. In number 3, el perro means the dog. Then we have the word de and mi hermana, which means my sister. So literally, number 3 will say the dog of my sister, but it would sound nicer if we translated it as my sister's dog. In number 4, el dinero means the money. Then we have the word de, and then mis padres. Again, when you see the word padre in the plural, it typically means parents. So literally, number 4 will say the money of my parents, but a nicer and smoother translation would be my parents' money. And notice that the money is belonging to more than one person. It's belonging to both of the parents. Therefore, in our English translation, we're going to put the apostrophe at the end of the word parents after the S. In number 5, ellos tienen means they have. $3 is $3. So the first part of this sentence will say they have $3. Then we have the word pero, which means but, and then yo no tengo means I do not have, and dinero means money. So number 5 will say they have $3, but I do not have money. In number 6, mis niños means my children. Tienen is our verb, so mis niños tienen will mean my children have, and $5 means $5. So number 6 will say my children have $5. In number 7, los muchachos means the young men. Tienen is the verb, and then dinero means money. So number 7 will say the young men have money. In number 8, mi amigo means my friend. Tiene means has, and cuatro means 4. Perros means dogs. So number 8 will say my friend has 4 dogs. In number 9, yo soy means I am. The word una is an indefinite article, which will mean a or an, and niña means girl. So number 9 will say I am a girl. In number 10, el hombre means the man. Tiene is our verb, and that means has. The word su means his or her. In this case, it means his because it's talking about a man. And then dinero means money. So number 10 will say the man has his money.